What's up? What's up? How's everything? We need to talk about a few things today. Yo, that script that I read from yours, pretty dope, man. Keep up that good work. What's up, man? What's up? All right, we're gonna get into it like in a few minutes. So there's a few things I want to talk about and really go over. As you can see, apparently there's a Teen Titans that they're trying to work on. Of course, the lovely people, James Gunn and Peter Safran, right? They don't want to give us what we want, but they want to keep on giving us what we don't want. They think what they know is best for business, and clearly everything that they're gonna put out is just not going to work. They think it's gonna work, but it's just not gonna work. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna get into it in a few minutes. Let's wait like a minute or so we can wait for more people to come in. What y'all up to? I'll give it a few more minutes and we'll go on. All right, that's cool, man. Don't risk your job, so I feel you, man. If you gotta go, you gotta go. So no worry, I appreciate the time that you spent on here, all of y'all. So it's all good. Well, let's talk about this real quick. So apparently now, James Gunn and Peter Safran they wanna do Teen Titans, and apparently the lady that's writing the new Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, is going to be doing it, but nothing else is coming out. So, look, one thing I want to say about this is that honestly, the only way to stop and really get to everything um, that has to do with James Gunn and what he's doing and trying to put out there, straight up, we just have to hold our wallets closed. Honestly, this is the best way to go up against him and his new DCU. And they just don't care. They're gonna try to put everything. This dude is gonna try to put every movie that he can under his belt, and he doesn't even care at this point. It's crazy how they're not doing anything with Batman. They put that to the side, which is the main IP character that they own over at DC Studios, and instead they want to go with all these side characters that nobody's asking about, right? That's ridiculous. It just makes no sense. Like I said, the only way that we gotta go at it against them is just don't watch their movies. Honestly, don't support it whatsoever. That's why you see that I'm not talking about them, because honestly, it's just I'm not gonna give them no free publicity. I'm not gonna give them no attention, and I'm only talking about this just because this is again James Gunn along with his buddy Peter Safran, right? And we already know how that's gonna turn out. It's just gonna be the project that's gonna fail. It's gonna flop. So ain't nothing gonna be surprising from that. All right. So next thing I want to talk about real quick is from what we've seen that they're talking about that apparently James Gunn has canceled and is not doing anything with Wonder Woman. All right, again, another big IP that they own and they don't know what to do with it. All right. By now, it's proven that James Gunn is a solid liar. He doesn't care about the fans and he doesn't care about anything else but himself. His own ego is blinding him from everything. All right. At this point, honestly, you might be feeling discouraged. You might be feeling, well, damn, there's no hope. There's no Snyderverse that can get restored because, all these people are being fired and they're being let go or they're being replaced or whatever the thing is. All right. But look, I'm going to tell you straight up. What up? What up? What's going on with this is, remember, if Michael Keaton can come back and he came back for the flush, then all these actors and all these actresses, if the day when it does come, because it's going to come, that Zack is back doing Justice League 2 and Justice League 3 and whatever else they want him to do, all of these people are going to come back. because their careers took off mainly with Zack Snyder's Justice League, and they're all thankful for it, all right? And there's a lot of people that are saying no, that Ben won't come back, and all these actors are getting old, and they've moved on, including Zack. No, he hasn't. He has not once said that he's done, all right? Until Zack himself says that it's done and it's over to stop it, then we will stop. But until then, we will continue to fight and we will keep on going for what we firmly believe in. And that's what these people and all these haters and all these doubters and everybody, including James Gunn, along with Peter Safran, they want us to do. They want us to give up, to get discouraged, and not keep on fighting. The same thing happened with the Snyder Cut. You guys got to remember, when the Snyder Cut was being fought for, everybody said that it would not happen. Majority of the people, including blue check marks on Twitter, all over social media, were all saying, well, it's not going to happen, give up. They were calling us all type of names. So we do not get discouraged by that. On the contrary, they're hating because they know that we are winning. And yes, we are winning. How? Because we are not giving up. Everybody was saying that the DCU films would never be on Netflix and Netflix would never get the license to stream these movies. And what we got? We finally got it recently. And another thing too, yes, it's coming to an end in the sense where the license that they had, probably they were like 60-day or 90-day lease. So that time is already coming up because remember, it went off in in December. So December, January, February, yeah, it's pretty much the 90-day time frame usually for these licenses. They tend to go off, and like they end up what do you call it? They have to either renew it or they just leased it for a certain amount of time. So what up, everybody? I see you, Strong Arm. I see you, Pedro. All that good stuff. Appreciate y'all. And honestly, look, at this point, it's very crucial that we, and when I say we, this is another message for all of us YouTubers that are also fighting, all right? I see a lot of YouTubers that are starting to switch sides slowly because they keep on covering and talking about James Gunn and his universe and what he's doing. Look, if we keep on giving James Gunn all type of attention, that's what he wants. This is how we win against him. Do not talk about his projects that are coming out because we already know that they're all dead on arrival. Again, with what they're doing with Wonder Woman, right? And this whole thing that they don't want to move forward with it is because, again, James Gunn's going to end up bringing his own Wonder Woman into his DCU eventually to replace what we had. So this is how we, as the fans, continue to fight together, because when they start seeing that their movies continue to flop, hey, what's up, Peter? I see you. What's up, man? What's going on? When their movies come out and they see that nobody's going to the theaters to support them and to watch them, the message is already is loud and clear. We already sent that message in 2023 with everything that was from the Hamada verse, and it was opening the door to now what James Gunn's Gunverse, if you want to say. All those movies, we did that. We made those movies flop, all right? And the good thing about it is that we're sending them a message. And I get it. Yes, Aquaman's from the Snyderverse. Yes, I get it that the Flash is from the Snyderverse. But it's not the versions and it's not the vision that we support. It's not what we want. They wanted to go with that Hamada verse. That's exactly what they gave us. And this is what they got. All of those flops. So when we keep on going and they see that, whoa, the fans still want the Snyderverse to be restored, they still want to go with that route, that's exactly what we're fighting for. And if Zack is back, you better believe that Gal Gadot will return. We will get Wonder Woman 3. Patty Jenkins will return, hopefully, to do something. All right? Because this is just a setback for the moment, but not forever. When they see the fan demand, and they see that we keep on fighting and we keep on supporting like they're doing right now, putting out merchandise, putting out figures, putting out whatever it is, and the money's still coming in, they know that they make money from it. But it's up to us. The same way that we fought for the Snyder Cut, we too have to do the same thing for the Snyderverse to be restored. Yeah, exactly. He got called out and doesn't want to respond. Of course, he's going to keep on getting called out. James Gunn is going to keep on. This is another reason, too, why he doesn't want to go to San Diego Comic-Con. It's not because he doesn't have material. He can have material ready within a month because they're already starting to film, so that's not an excuse, all right? He doesn't want to go to San Diego Comic-Con because he doesn't want the backlash. He knows that all the fans are going to be there on both sides, especially now with what he's doing with Matt Reeves with the Batman 2. Oh, he's got a whole bunch of people that are pissed at him right now. And don't be surprised if he doesn't either go to New York Comic Con in, I think it's in October or something like that. So for James Gunn not to be showing anything out there, then for sure, he's nervous. He knows it, And in order for Superman Legacy to really fully win, they have to make minimum over 900 million, close to 1 billion. All right. And it's not going to make that budget. Honestly, it's not. Especially with marketing, it's just not going to make that money. But they're going to try to justify it and say that it's okay that it flopped, but it's the beginning of something new. So it's good for us to accept it. You see what I'm saying? Their hypocrisy is going to follow them, and we, the fans, will not support it. We can't tolerate it. The only way is speak with your wallets. Not even if you're a reviewer on YouTube, do not watch those movies. Straight up. I'm a reviewer. I'm not gonna watch it. I still haven't watched Aquaman 2. You know why? Because they're not gonna get a penny. Honestly, at this point, it's just all right. You guys want to play these games? We'll do what we did in 2023. We'll keep our wallets closed, yo, and that's it. You're gonna feel the punch, and that's exactly how we get them. If Superman 25 flops, they will only make Batman films from now on. It's going to flop. Honestly, it's going to flop, and the Batman movies with Matt Reeves, it's gonna get canceled. And if you go to Matt Reeves' page on Twitter, it doesn't even say that he's doing anything on the Batman 2. So that's another sign. Go check out his account. I saw it. He doesn't have no more what he was saying that working on the Batman 2. So that says a lot. It's just gonna be a tax write-off. They're gonna be like, you know what? Let's just do like we did with Batgirl, justify it as a tax write-off for 2020. I don't know, 2025, 2026, whatever the year it comes out, and they're gonna get away with that. And they're just gonna throw it in the vault. Whatever they filmed, I mean, whatever they probably wrote and they scrapped, who knows, whatever on the script, and that's what it's gonna stay at. Honestly, it's not gonna move to production. It's not gonna happen, and especially not with what James Gunn is doing with the Batman, Brave and the Bold, because he's not going to want competition. He's not going to want any other Batman to take the spotlight besides his own, because his own ego doesn't allow for him to have, quote unquote, a multiverse of Batman all around. You see what I'm saying? So he knows exactly what he's doing, but in the sense of ruining everything, because all he's trying to do establish is his vision, whatever James Gunn wants. That's all he's trying to put. Erase everything and just shine on James Gunn. You get what I'm saying? Do you hear that the Henry Cavill? Yeah, supposedly he's gonna be on a variant of, I think, Wolverine and Deadpool 3. And yeah, I saw that earlier today. It's coming from a reliable source. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting, and I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad because what they've done to him, what they did to Ben Affleck, what they're doing to Gal, what they're doing to all these all this great cast. I mean, it's time for them to shine somewhere else. But again, don't lose hope, because hope is the last thing you want to give up on. If they cancel Batman 2, then James Gunn needs to go. James Gunn needs to go, period. Not if he just cancels the Batman. He needs to go, period. Now, all he's doing is just destroying the DC brand for everybody. Literally, for everybody. He has completely done, in less than a year, more than any CEO that has taken over to try and fix things. This dude has completely crumbled and keeps on destroying DC. And the worst part about it is that WB allows it and they continue to believe in him. I don't know why. And like I said, the only reason that makes this kind of sense is that somebody inside of WB is working for the competitor and they're allowing it. That's the only way that it makes sense. That's it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, the first film wasn't good. I didn't like the first film of the Batman, honestly. I didn't. I watched it the first time, it was boring. Second time I try to watch it, I just keep falling asleep. I just can't. It's just too boring. It's just like Dune. Not my type of Batman. Yep, I miss Ben Affleck so much too. He will be back because they will fail until they do the right. Exactly. And another thing too, Snyder came out and he posted on his Twitter. I think it was on his Twitter. I want to say that it was on his Twitter. I came across it. I was trying to get the screenshot to show y'all, but he posted it that he's like, this movie wasn't supposed to happen, the Snyder Cut, and he's thanking everybody because it does. That right there should motivate you and say, you know what, Zack is not done. Zack hasn't come out and he has not said that he's moving on. Until Zack Snyder himself says, hey guys, it's over, give up, we're done, then we stop. But until then, we do not stop. We keep on going forward. And that's what James Gunn is afraid of. He's worried. He knows it. Because if he goes to San Diego Comic Con or he goes to all these other cons, he knows the backlash and the fans are going to chant, restore the Snyderverse in his face. See what I'm saying? So when, what was his name? When they were doing Black Adam and they went to San Diego Comic Con and they said that Henry Cavill was supposed to come out. Look at how that stirred everybody. Everybody was, like talking. You get what I'm saying? So, and the backlash that they got from that. That's just with Henry Cavill. Imagine they have James Gunn on stage. The backlash that they're gonna get from everybody, it's gonna be insane. So, WB is probably saying, "Hey, look, we're gonna wait for it to quote unquote cool off," but it's not going to cool off because every day, every week, the more damage that James Gunn does to DC just means that now more fans are uniting that they want James Gunn out. At this point, it's officially proven that we all want James Gunn out of DC Studios. That's why I've been saying it from the beginning. I know there was multiple channels saying, "Well, I believe in James Gunn. Let's give him a chance. Let's try." No, no, because that's James Gunn coming in from Marvel to come in and destroy from the inside outside. He's the Trojan horse. If you're not familiar with the Trojan horse, look it up and you'll see what the history is about. That's your enemy sneaking right before you, and that's exactly what's happening. Yep, we miss Henry Cavill also. We miss Snyder also, but remember, we're eating good because we got Rebel Moon coming out next month, part 2. We have the extended R-rated 6-hour Snyder cut from Rebel Moon. So we're eating good. You get what I'm saying? That's why it cracks me up that haters are like, "Hey, Rebel Moon sucked. It flopped and it's not doing good." Ha, joke's on you because it's making money, it's making subscribers, and Netflix is going with part 2, and we're getting the extended cut. So cry more. You get what I'm saying? So, we got more that's coming out. And I'm sure after that, probably something's going to get announced also. Third string Marvel quarterback, our head coach. Yeah, WB Bozos. Yeah, he said on Vero. Okay, so he said it on Vero yesterday, 3 years ago. Final Travis Knight. Exactly. So, Zach hasn't given up. He hasn't given up, and neither should we. We need to keep on fighting for him, honestly. All right. So, another thing right here, real quick. All right. So, this right here. Look, like I said earlier, you don't see me talking about James Gunn and his DCU because, like I said, he shouldn't be getting no attention whatsoever. His movie is going to fail and flop on its own without us having to talk about it, because I see a lot of YouTube channels are slowly switching sides, and I get it, they need content to talk about. There's so many things you could talk about, but stop giving this dude attention. That's what he wants. He wants all type of publicity. Look at that face. That face is just give me attention. You get what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. We know that everything he's working on is going to be trash. And apparently those pictures came out today, leaked about that character. That's, I don't know, that lady. I mean, if that doesn't speak woke to you just by the appearance, I don't know what to tell you, honestly, And honestly, it's just not going to work with this guy, honestly. It looks like this movie is going to be focused, like they're saying, heavy on Lois. And don't be surprised if Lois ends up fighting that villain instead of Superman. I'm telling y'all, they're gonna do a switch on all of us, and we're all gonna be like, "What happened?" All right. The proof is in Blue Beetle and in the Flush. What we saw in that and the Suicide Squad, along with Peacemaker, that's enough to tell you that's what James Gunn is going to give us, because that's all work of his. That's all the work that he's going to give us. That type of quality, that type of humor, all that, like, it's just a joke. It really is. Yeah, I saw the behind the scenes pictures of that. Honestly, I'm not impressed. Really not impressed. That's why, like I said, this movie is going to tank so bad, and this is why I say, and I encourage everybody, don't give James Gunn attention anymore. Don't talk about his stuff. The only time I post up something is just because it's a meme or it's a joke. It's just ridiculous. Not that I support him, because I'm not. And honestly, I'm at the point when I don't even think I'm going to watch the movie when it comes out, just because they're not even worthy of getting my 10 or 15 bucks of whatever the movie's going to be. Even if it's free, not interested, honestly. Oh, it is. Oh, you better believe it. His dark past is going to come back. When the time is right, those pictures will go up. You'll see. Just give it time. And that's another thing too. They're right now on Facebook, I've heard from multiple people that they tell me, like, through chat and stuff like that. I won't say who they are because they told me, they just want to let me know, but they don't want the attention or stuff. But apparently on these DC groups, I got blocked from one of them just because I put I forgot what I had put. I know it was Snyder related, and I said something about before even James Gunn came on board fully, and they were like, "Oh, your comment violates our terms or whatever it is." I was like, man, like whatever the hell with these people. But it just shows you that they're coming after Snyder fans, and that's what they want to do. They just want to silence us. But jokes on them because there's no stopping us, and there's no silencing us. And like I said, today's the 15th. All right, today Friday, 15, 16, 17, 18. On Monday is when it's the big trend of restore the Snyderverse. All right, let's not forget, we need to start doing that today. Start trending with that now. Just start using it on everything. You go on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, whatever you use for social media, tag WB, tag Netflix, tag David Ayer, Zack Snyder, and just use those tags. Restore the Snyderverse, release the air. Cause that's what I do when I'm on Twitter. That's what I do when I'm on Facebook. I even tag DC themselves, Warner Brothers and stuff. You get what I'm saying? So they're watching. People are watching. It's just we have to keep on making noise. I feel that a lot of people have dropped the passion for it. There's a lot of us still fighting, but at the same time, a lot of people getting tired, and that's what this clown right here, James Gunn, wants. He wants us to give up and be like, oh, they're gonna get tired eventually, and by the time that his movie comes out, they'll forget about it. No, no, we can't forgive and we can't forget when it comes to what he did to Henry Cavill, what he did to us, the fans, and what he did overall to the whole thing with the Snyderverse. Look, man, you take it as you want. I'm not here spreading misinformation. You haters, I'm just tired of y'all straight up. Y'all always want to play the victim. Y'all always want to put like y'all the ones that are just right, but then y'all come out and try to attack all of us. I'm sick of it. I'm saying it how it is. Screw James Gunn. Screw the DCU, and like it's restore Snyderverse all day, every day. That's it. We will stop at nothing. Y'all want to try to silence us? We're gonna keep on going stronger and harder than ever, whether you like it or not. We're here. We're part of the fandom, and we're going to stay part of the fandom. Accept it. That's all I can say. Exactly. It's not going to succeed. It's just not. It's completely become a circus in the sense where, it's just they think that they know what's going to work, but in reality, it's not. They're giving us everything that we're not asking for. And, it's just DOA, straight up. It's just DOA. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. That's why it cracks me up. It's just go ahead. Say what you want. They're gonna keep on hating. I don't care. you know. They're the toxic ones. They prove themselves who they are. They reveal themselves. So that's why, like I said, I don't waste my time with them. That's what they want. They just want attention. It's all good. They just want us to stop talking about it, because that's the beliefs that they are. So, they don't have nothing better to do. But jokes on them because we're eating good, we're getting more, and more is coming on the way. You can see it clearly. And if WB wants to save their ass, honestly, they only have one solution before they go up for sale next month. And when I say next month, straight up, we're only weeks away from April. All right. Now, the only solution that WB can do to save themselves would be the following: for them to bring back Zach, continue the Snyderverse, because they know that there's profit in it. They know that there's money, that there's money to be made there. Because if it wasn't, then why do they keep on putting merchandise and things to try to make money off of it if it's a dead universe? See what I'm saying? It doesn't get more clear than that. And they need the money to fund James Gunn's DCU because nobody's gonna support it, honestly. Yeah, I saw that Doom figure. That looks pretty dope. I thought it was gonna be from Batman versus Superman, but I guess it's like one of the from the comics or something like that I was reading on it and stuff like that. That's the one that a few weeks ago I had posted that it was a leak that it was gonna come out. So, but it still looks dope. Oh, it's from Batman versus Superman. Oh, okay. I thought it was just Batman because I saw slash Superman. I was like, I don't know if it is. So I mean that's dope then. So yeah, I think I might end up getting it. But sale too. So yeah, I already know. Yeah, yeah. But I'm telling y'all straight up, like enough of this clown of James Gunn. Honestly, And of course, yeah. So, like I said, we got to keep on fighting for it. Like the goal for all of us, honestly, the motivation that we need, and this is what the haters don't want. They don't want to hear motivation on our side. They don't want to see and hear the positive that we are fighting for. This is what we firmly believe in. We know this is what the audience wants, but hard-headed WB doesn't want to they don't want to give us what we want. So if they don't want to give us what we want, then the same with us. We don't give them money, plain and simple. Why do we support and why should we keep on giving them money when they're not giving us the quality and the actors and actresses and directors that we want? See what I'm saying? Straight up. Either you give us the Snyderverse or bye bye money. You ain't gonna be getting any more of it. And that's what's bothering them. They're completely like they're about to hit rock bottom. I haven't seen their stocks recently, but I'm sure it's probably worse. It's much more deep in the shitter than what it is before. And it's interesting because the interview that Zach had recently, it's crazy with the views. There's more support in that. There's more people watching that compared to what James Gunn did months ago in an interview. It's like these podcasts show you where the hunger is at. The hunger is not with James Gunn. Nobody's interested in what he's cooking. He doesn't know how to cook. But everybody wants what Zack Snyder's cooking. And that's the good thing because regardless, you're going to have the fake media talking and saying, oh, well, this movie sucked, this universe sucked, it wasn't good, blah, 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 all the negative reviews. But low key, they're probably liking it and enjoying it. They're just, you get what I'm saying? They're just shills. They don't want to just admit it. But, we get that. So it happens. Oh yeah, I mean, just the main hashtag of Rebel Moon, because Rebel Moon is just its own thing, part one, part two, and it's that's why I just try to use that one hashtag alone, just because it's just too many. Like it's a good cause, but we don't need like 20 hashtags of Rebel Moon when we could just use Rebel Moon. Same thing with the Snyderverse, and yeah, straight up, mark the calendars. Mark those calendars. I'm telling y'all, we have to keep on going at it. We cannot stop. Just on everything, spam it. That's it. This whole weekend, starting today until Tuesday, just keep spamming it. You know, like put the hashtag an hour or every 30 minutes. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Like every hour, just put something new, tag it. On all your social medias that you use and stuff like that. That way they can see that the fan demand is still there, the hunger is still there, and people want that. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. WB decided to release the quote unquote theatrical versions and it bit them in the ass because it happened with Batman versus Superman, it happened with Justice League, it happened with Suicide Squad. It's crazy. You get what I'm saying? I completely agree with you. Yep. By them putting out the PG-13 instead of putting out the R-rated, they would have been ahead of the game. They would have been making more than Marvel right now, and they would have been good. Everybody would have been good. The fans would have been happy. They would have been good making money, but this is what they brought upon themselves. Yep, yep. It's proven. They know what's up. They just don't want to do it because again, they bend the knee for fake media, and that's the problem. That's why they don't like Zach because Zach does not bend the knee. Zach gives quality to his fans. He even says it. My work is for my fans. You get what I'm saying? Oh, but then everybody comes out and want to label us as a cultist. Everybody comes out and they want to label us like we're the ones that are lunatics. We're in delusion. We're in denial. You get what I'm saying? It shows you. That's what bullies do. You get what I'm saying? Bullies get scared, they get nervous, and they fear what they know is coming. Every bully knows that within time they're gonna get their ass handed, and when they do, that's why they get the way that they do because they don't know who else to pick on when they are the ones they've been picked on their whole lives. So that's what bullies do. And the same thing with this. It applies to James Gunn and his woke audience. If you're not from that part, good. You're different. You're not the same. But majority are. And they're all fake shills. They all want to come out and try to quote unquote cancel something. But little do they know, and joke is on them because everything that they're going to put out is just going to come right back at them with no results. It's not going to work. Yep, they're very irritating, but this is how you defeat bullies. And I want to say this to send a positive message. Very simple. You ignore them. They don't like that. Ignore them. Don't pay them attention. Don't respond. Don't give in to what they say. And you'll see that within time they get away because they have no idea, they have nothing else to do, you know. Yes, sir. Restore the Snyderverse. They care about money, but the thing is, their ego that doesn't allow them to do and move forward with what the fans want. Remember, when Ann Sarnoff was there at WB, how, like, she was deep rooted in the sense that she's like, well, you guys are never gonna see the Snyderverse. I mean, the Snyder cut. You guys are never gonna get it. You know, it's like good enough that you guys got the trilogy. Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on. What happened? We finally got it. And where she's at? Gone. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's all a matter of time. It doesn't happen over time. If 5 years it took us to fight for the Snyder Cut, hell, maybe five, who knows how long, until we get the Snyderverse to be restored. Exactly. Go woke, go broke. That's the motto. Look at Captain Marvel, you know? And another thing too, when the studio, if whoever is going to buy WB, if they go that route that they have to sell it, like I said it, if Universal buys WB, you better believe that Universal is going to pull the plug on James Gunn. They're going to cancel what he's doing. They're probably going to fire his ass and say, you know what? We're going to make an exclusive deal with Netflix and we're going to be restoring the Snyderverse because they know that there's money there. They know that there's fans. They have good, solid relationships already with Gal because she's already on the, what is it, Fast 11? Fast 10, the last one that we got. So come on. You get what I'm saying? If you see it and you put and you connect the pieces, that would be the only thing that makes sense. And Netflix, they're gonna be like, yo, we got a streaming service. What's up? Let's make money. And they're gonna be like, hell yeah, let's all make money. The actors, the actresses, the director, the studios, everybody's gonna be making money. And then us, the fans, are gonna be we're gonna be eating even better. We're gonna straight up have a buffet that we won't even know where to start because that's just what you give the fans. You get what I'm saying? That's what I like about Nintendo. Nintendo came and completely destroyed these Disney with their movies. How? It took Super Mario Brothers to completely crush them at the box office. When in history have you seen any other movie beat a Disney movie? Never. Mario did it, Nintendo did it, and at the end, Nintendo for the win. Straight up. That's the next big cinematic universe. The gaming cinematic universe. This whole genre of superheroes, it's coming to an end because these studios are bringing it to an end, and people are getting tired of the same thing. What people want is quality, and this right here with the Snyderverse is quality, and they know it. Whoever buys WB, they're going to bank and they're going to capitalize big on this right here. It's gonna be a big win. Exactly. Yep. Yep. Snyder's getting the Nolan treatment over there. And right now on Netflix, straight up, they're treating him real good, and why say no to Netflix? The money's there. They're making money. That's why it cracks me up when haters are like, oh, the Snyderverse isn't successful. Give up. Ha ha ha. Joke's on you because it is. If it wasn't successful, we wouldn't be having Rebel Moon Part 2. We wouldn't be having an extended cut. But what we're getting, a 6 hour extended cut, even deeper and stronger than what we got with Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's even two slaps to the face of DC, saying, look, I got 6 hours worth of merchandise that you could be banking off. But look who's making the money and look who's enjoying Netflix and their streamers. You see what I'm saying? Their viewers. They're the ones that are watching and enjoying. Meanwhile, Warner Brothers and their stocks at DC keep on sinking. You see what I'm saying? That's why it just cracks me up when they're like, oh, it's not successful. It's very successful. They just don't want to admit it. Yep. Yep. I think Universal's the one that's gonna end up buying them. Straight up at this point. Just they're just waiting probably for the stocks to keep on dropping as they are. It's just a matter of time. Yep, yep, yep. And remember, Nolan's over there at Universal, so they're good terms. And of course, Netflix has Snyder. So if they all work together, you imagine how much money they can make. And it's not about the money. Imagine how much quality they can put out. That's what we want, quality. You better believe it. I'm telling you straight up. I'm telling you, remember, mark my words. If Universal buys WB, you better believe they're gonna end up firing James Gunn and they're gonna end up canceling everything that he's gonna do. Guaranteed. I would not be surprised. And most likely, if it's like that, probably what's their name? Universal might even say, "Yo, Matt Reeves, you want to come back and do your stuff?" You never know. You never know. Yeah, the Oscars. I didn't see the Oscars, but from what they were showing, it was pretty wild. It was interesting at the same time. But look, let's talk about this last topic real quick. So again, they're attacking Zach because Batman doesn't kill. Look, I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, why are we still even talking about this? You know, I'm gonna say it again. Batman is not a killer. Let me repeat myself. Batman is not a killer. But what Zach gave us and did, Batman had to do what was necessary. The same way that an officer today is serving to protect the citizens. And if there's any cops or any officers listening, I want to say thank you for your service because it takes a lot of guts to be out there dealing with all these criminals and scumbags that are out there. Every day the crime gets worse, and the same thing is like in Gotham. You imagine Batman, Bruce Wayne, having to deal with these criminals for 30 or more years, right? Like he said in Batman versus Superman, he's seen everything. He saw his sidekick literally die. Robin, you imagine how that's traumatizing? Of course, his parents got killed, but in the sense where Batman is killing, he's not killing, he's just defending himself. He's stopping these villains from doing what's necessary. If he has to take them out with his Batmobile, he's going to do it. The same like a storm, not a storm, what is a state trooper has to stop somebody that they're chasing. You have to ram into their car in order for them to stop. And sometimes things happen because these criminals don't want to stop. So the same thing with Batman. He has to do what's necessary. He carries a belt with weapons and batarangs and a grapple gun, smoke bombs, and all these things, the same like an officer is carrying to protect himself. Sometimes these cops are like, look, we're giving you a warning, we're gonna tase you. Still don't go down, they end up pulling out the last resource, their gun. They don't want to, but they have to. Because you have to do what's necessary in order to protect themselves or the citizen. So the same thing is with Batman. Batman is going to knock out villains. He's not going to kill them, but they can because again, you're going to tell me that Batman's chasing a group of criminals with rocket launchers or machine guns and he just shoots them, the wheel blows off and the freaking car flips, that they're going to be okay? No, chances are some of them are going to die, but it's in the line of duty that you have to do what's necessary. That's why it cracks me up, and at the same time, it pisses me off when people are like, well, what Zach did is that he put Batman, that he's killing him. No, he's not. He's doing what he has to do. And by him branding these criminals, it's like saying, look, I'm branding this thug because he's the worst of the worst, and you guys do what you need to do with him in jail. And that's what they do. The same thing applies to today. I won't say the term, but you guys already know the ones that are labeled as P's go to jail, and what happens to them? Done deal. Same thing. So who you gonna get mad at? You see what I'm saying? These they almost don't understand and see the true vision of what Zach did, has done, and gave us. It's not that he kills, but he has to do what's necessary. Exactly. Batfleck is the GOAT. And that's the thing. Today's society, they're too scared. They're too weak to accept a role model, if you want to say, like Ben Affleck, that he's tough, he's brute, he's a badass. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling you. It's crazy, but this is where we're at right now. Yeah, exactly. It's very annoying. Batman doesn't kill. I agree with you. I agree with you. You know, he doesn't, but he has to do what's necessary, you know? But yeah, man. All right, so yeah, I just wanted to talk about that real quick. I'm about to get going. I just wanted to take a few minutes and talk with y'all and stuff like that. Exactly, he used to carry guns, so you know how people are. They just want to talk and criticize anything. So anything to I guess just hate on. That's what what people do nowadays. It is what it is. But yeah, keep on fighting. Don't give up. Don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. Have a lot of patience because we need a lot of patience because these jackasses with Peter Safran and James Gunn, they're just trying to make it more difficult. but we will stop at nothing and we will continue to fight this good fight. This weekend, we need to go hard with Restore the Snyderverse and release the haircut. Stay focused. Don't give up. Use those hashtags and let's keep on moving on. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in and catch y'all on the next time. Peace. We'll hear it soon. We'll hear it soon. You'll see. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Y'all keep posted, all right? Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good weekend and stay safe out there.